And also, I've been talking about this since the beginning of the program as part of a week-long lineup of events to celebrate 21 years of professional broadcasting. Nigeria's leading broadcaster, Channels Television, is scheduled to close trading at the Nigerian Stock Exchange today. Channels Television began the daily reportage of the domestic stock market and the entire financial markets in April 1996, just about a year after the broadcaster started operations. The closing gong will be sounded by the chairman of the Channels Media Group, Mr. John Momo, at 2:30 p.m. and will be streamed live on all our platforms. Over the past 2 decades, Channels Television has been an integral part of Nigeria's market evolution and development, covering the automation of the stock market, the banking sector-induced market boom, and the ongoing transformation of the entire financial system. And we've also got global markets coverage from Frankfurt as well as New York. But how much impact has the media made in financial markets development? Omotola Abimbola, investment analyst with AfriInvest, joins me to talk about this. Good morning to you, Omotola. It's great to have you on the show. So let's start off with, Channels Television going to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Talk to us about it. This isn't the first time a media organization will be going to the capital market, but what is the general feeling?
Thank you, Harriet, and let me congratulate the Channels TV family on their anniversary.
Thank you.
I would say that the market is very excited because Channels TV has been one of the biggest supporters of the market in terms of reporting of the activities of the domestic capital markets. I think you guys have played a very pivotal role, and when you look at the bouquet of business programs available in the Nigerian media at the moment, you will find out that the brands being promoted by Channels TV are the very top. So from the market to you, congratulations, and we look forward to you closing the gong by 2 p.m.
2:30. Thank you so much, Tola. But how do you view the role of markets, of the media generally, in the domestic markets development?
I would say that the media plays a very important role because the market thrives on information, and supplying information is the basic products of the media industry, as it is. In terms of trying to educate the retail investors on financial literacy, on what to invest in and what not to invest in, on the ability to track the performance of their portfolio, I would say that the media plays a very, very important role. And of course, for the market to function efficiently, you need reporting from the media in terms of the macroeconomic environment, in terms of industry reporting, in terms of the coverage of different asset classes. So if these informations are not timely, if they are not of good quality, we wouldn't see the market being efficient as it should be. So in that regard, for us to have an efficient market, that's going to be trading based on quality of information. We need the media to be supporting the domestic markets.
So do you think that maybe investors have benefited tremendously from daily media coverage of the markets, or now that we have the technology boom, everybody can get information real time on their mobile devices, do you think that the media is still relevant?
Well, I think the media is still relevant, although the media still needs to try to tap into the new ways of sending out information, which is the new media. So, but I would say that the media is playing a very important role. For most people, the most important avenue for seeking quality information still remains the mainstream media. So in terms of trying to track the performance of their portfolio, in terms of trying to cover the happenings in the domestic economy, many still depend on getting information from the mainstream media. So to that extent, I would say that for investors, especially at the retail end, they benefit a lot from the media reporting.
Looking at your assessment of research, analysis, and analysts like yourself from AfriInvest. AfriInvest has been a very close partner with the Channels Business News, reporting different segments of the markets, as well as other research analysts. What's your assessment of how all of this comes together?
Well, I think research analysis, it has to be comprehensive, and it has to be lucid enough. And in terms of the engagement of research analyst community with the media, I would say that that is where we come in. We provide the comprehensive, coverage of different asset classes of the macroeconomy, for the benefits of investing retail clients, who follow the mainstream media. So we support in terms of that. And in terms of lucidity as well, a typical investment house probably send out reports that will contain so many financial jargon. But when you come to the media to engage with them, they ask you to try to distill all these complex languages, into much more lucid.
And sometimes you guys do a very remarkable job. But other times, getting comments from some of our viewers, they complain about how high sounding those particular words are. Yes, even though it's a particular legalese for business, but they really like for it to be further broken down. So, isn't there something or some way that analysts such as yourself can make sure that such information are viewer friendly, so you can immediately you hear it, you understand that this is what this particular analyst, this is what Omotola is talking about?
Well, I guess that is where the media now comes in. When we get to talk to media personnel and they get to hear us on TV or read us on newspapers, I guess most times the reporter typically asks for questions that are going to be answered in a very, very lucid manner and comprehensive as well. So I guess we have to work hand in hand, one way or the other.
So working hand in hand, what further contributions do you think the media can make in the revival and further development of the markets? Well,
I believe a lot still needs to be done in terms of financial literacy. The retail investment base in Nigeria right now is very, very low compared to the 2008 period when we had lots of retail participation. Right now, the domestic market is mainly composed of domestic institutional money managers as well as foreign portfolio investors. So for us to have the market to develop, for us to have increase in demand for financial securities and also supply of financial securities, we need the retail clients to get back to the capital markets. So that is where the media would probably play a very, very good role by trying to provide improved reporting, by trying to also educate the public on the do's and don'ts, of investing. For instance, I've been following Channel TV reporting of the new Ponzi schemes around. So the media still needs to do a lot in trying to engage with the public that these are the things that you invest in, these are the things that you don't have to invest in.
But then we can only give out the information that we get because a lot of times, like I already mentioned, sometimes you talk to investment houses and the information you get is quite ambiguous. And so it always still seems as if the investment firms are still trying to keep us in the dark and make sure that we don't totally understand this, and so rip us off some of our very hard-earned money, so you keep paying more to get an information that you could easily have sold to us at very, very, very little or no amount of money at all.
Well, it might seem so, but you have to understand that from the perspective of the investment houses, they have to supply the information that their clients need. And like I mentioned initially, the major investing clients right now in the markets, the institutional investors, big-time money managers, and foreign investors who typically want to engage in high-level conversations, with research analysts. So for us to satisfy them, we have to make our reports to be up to their standard. But of course, as you've mentioned, there's still a whole lot of work to be done in trying to ensure that the retail investors, your average Joe on the street, they're able to access all this information and use them to make informed financial decisions.
Because you're trying to get that particular segment of the of people into the market. If not, they'll just totally stay outside of it. So, do you think more media organizations should list in the capital market or raise bonds like B-Sky B in the UK, on which Channels Television, Channels 24, currently broadcasts?
They need to. They need to. I was talking this morning about the fact that the plan by the NSA to have a 1 trillion market capitalization by 2016 has not been fulfilled because you have major sectors in the economy that are not being represented in the capital markets. So you have segments such as agriculture, like upstream oil and gas, like ICC. not being represented fully on the domestic capital markets. So we still need the engagements of media houses regarding this. We need you guys to come out to the markets to raise capital, or rather to list your products. It's going to benefit the markets and the media houses as well. It's going to improve your corporate governance standard, your reporting quality, how efficient the media houses are being run. So all these spotlights, will probably lead to improvement of the domestic capital markets, as well as the growth of the media industry as well.
So that's your expectation for 2017, because already 2016 is over. So in putting together their plan and their budget for 2017, that should be a very strong focus. That
should be. I would expect NSTV to probably pioneer this by coming to the market to list.
Oh, well, we'll put that into, put that into proper perspective, do the line-up, do the drop, talk to analysts such as yourself and see the options that are before Channels Television and just maybe. But thank you so much, Omotola Abimbola, for coming on the program this morning and speaking to us on media in financial markets development. Omotola Abimbola is an investment analyst with AfriInvest. Of course, one of the biggest stories for you on our program is the fact that Channels Television will be closing the stock trading for today at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The chairman, CEO of Channels Media Group, Mr. John Momo, will be sounding the closing gong at 2:30 p.m. and there will be a live streaming of this particular event from 2 p.m. Channels Business News will be there for you, as well as Channels Television, and you can follow all of the events as it comes in. Channels Television is 10-time winner of Nigerian Media Merit Award for Best TV Station and pioneer of the stock market daily reporting since 1996, as well as pioneers of pre-open markets stock market analysis in 2004, with global markets coverage from Frankfurt and New York, and having the most extensive and in-depth markets coverage on television. Business Morning continues after now. Stay with us.